Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on this Sunday morning or whenever you watch this for today's children's message. I'm David, and we're here at my kitchen table, and we're going to be discussing how we are filled. And I thought of an example of this jar. Question, is this jar full? Well, it's full of air right now. But for today, we are going to pretend that this jar is you. Okay? So how do we get full? We can eat food, of course, but today we're talking more about how are you spiritually filled? What I want to do is take this jar and I'm going to fill it all the way to the top with ping pong balls. Here we go. 3, 8, 9. Okay, this last one doesn't really want to go in. So then is this jar full? So if we talk about this jar being full, it's filled all the way to the top. We're going to pretend that this jar is somebody who has maybe heard about Jesus, like they heard about him on TV, or they know that he was born on Christmas, but that's pretty much all they know. They've never been to church. They don't really know that Jesus died on a cross to save their sins. All they know is that he used to be a guy, right? Well, God doesn't want us to be like this. He wants us to be more full. So the next thing is rocks. I'm going to take this one out to make it a little bit easier. So now is the jar full. It's filled in all the little spaces in the bottom, and it's pretty much a full jar. There's not a lot of space left to fill in this jar, right? This jar is somebody who comes to church. We call them CEOs. They come Christmas and Easter only. They come out of tradition because it's what you're supposed to do during Christmas and Easter. They come maybe because their grandma drags them along, and they just do it out of the tradition of it. But they don't really come every Sunday. They know who Jesus is, and they like the music when they come. They like the candlelight Christmas Eve service. But apart from that, they don't really come that often. So this is somebody who is still not quite full. So what else could we use? Now we're going to get really messy. This is a jar of sand. Let's fill in all the empty spaces now. Okay, so we could be here for a while from me pouring in all the sand, but look, it is getting more and more and more full. This is somebody who goes to church every Sunday. This is somebody who goes to Sunday school, or maybe they do like a Bible group at their house. There's somebody who's getting really, really full. They know who Jesus is. They come Christmas and Easter. They even come every Sunday of the month, and they participate. They are involved. They sing the songs. They know all the stories of church, and they look really, really full. So at this point, I think we're done, right? I think we are completely full. We are filled to the brim. There's nothing else we can put in this jar. Okay, there's one other thing we can put in this jar, okay? Let me get it. This is water. We are going to pretend that the water is the Bible. The Bible is something that we need daily. We need it on a daily basis. So we need to be doing devotions when we have breakfast with our family, or devotions at dinner time, because what we find is that there's still room inside of us. There's still room to fill all this empty space, and God wants us to be completely full. Now it's full. This is cool. There's still like bubbles coming up. This is the way God wants us to be. He wants us to be the jar that is completely full. We're going to read in the Bible today from the book of Matthew where Jesus talks about seeds. Some seeds fall into the sand and they grow up, but they're choked by weeds. Others grow up a little bit, but then the sun hits them and they die. And then others still grow and they become beautiful trees. Today we talked about the jar, right? How sometimes we're just ping pong balls, but we don't quite really understand who God is. The other rocks come maybe during Christmas or Easter only, but then the sand, those that come constantly, and then the water filling us daily. The thing is that I can fill this with water, but by tomorrow, some of the water will be gone. It evaporates, it leaves, it goes away. So it needs to constantly be filled daily so that it is filled to the brim. So this ping pong ball is floating on the very top. That's what God asks of us, to be constantly in his word, praying to him, singing songs of joy to him, reading his word, getting in the Bible, looking at what he says, because that is the only way that we can stay completely full. Thanks for joining me on my very messy table today. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. God bless.